All right, guys, today we are talking NFL playoffs. I've seen a lot of guys do these playoff prediction videos. They did pretty well, and people seem pretty interested in them. So I figured I might as well do one myself as the playoffs kick off today. They're probably underway right now. But anywho, we're just going to hop right into it. First up, first game, I'm going to do Seattle versus Dallas. And quickly, if you disagree with any of my predictions, tell me why in the comments. You got to give me a reason. You got to give me a baseline for your head-ass opinion. But anywho, Seattle versus Dallas. I'm going Dallas. I'm going Dallas, right? So Seattle has damn near had the best rushing attack this year in the league. And when we first played them this year, they beat us. So some people think, hey, they're even hotter now. Why won't they beat us again? Well, simply, Dallas is hot too. Our defense is looking amazing. Our offense is coming to form. I think Dak's thrown for like damn near 1,000 yards in like the last four or three games of the season. Amari Cooper's been a big help on offense. We found a tight end last week who can catch some balls, get open. So I feel like our offense is going to do enough than our defense. Once again, our defense is in form. Pro Football Focus put out the top 5 linebackers this year in football. Vander Esch and Jalen Smith were 4 and 5. They were statistically the best inside linebackers this year. So though Seattle has had one of the best rushing attacks in the league, the Cowboys have already faced a good rushing attack this year. Alvin Kamara, Mark Ingram, the Saints, one of the best offenses in the league, and we found a way to beat them. So I think if we force Russell Wilson to make some throws, which he can do, force Tyler Lockett to get open, which he can do, and make them a pass-heavy team instead of a run-heavy team, I think he might be able to break the rhythm of their offense. And then of course, if we do our thing on offense, run Zeke, get touchdowns, make field goals, get opportunistic on defense. I don't know, man. I feel like the Cowboys got a chance to put it together, but wouldn't be shocked if this one goes either way. But I got Dallas advancing. Now, next up, we have the Eagles versus the Bears, staying in the NFC. Now, this is an interesting one. The Eagles are the reigning Super Bowl champs. Don't get it fucked up. They know how to win. They got their man back at QB, Nick Foles. And honestly, they're hot. They're red hot. I think football is a heavy momentum-based sport. Not as much like basketball, where in the playoffs it's 7 games. I feel like the momentum, it kind of just evens out, Through 7 games, you're not going to ride momentum. And if you sweep a team, you're just better than them. But in football, one game momentum can be a ton. So I feel like the Eagles are red hot right now. I don't think Trubisky is that crazy. I think Foles might be a playoff guy. I'm a Foles fan. I like seeing Foles win. I like seeing the Eagles win when Foles is back there doing his thing. I don't know. This is crazy. I know I'm supposed to be a Cowboys fan, but I can't help but like Foles, And since the Eagles are red hot, and since Trubisky still a little young, Foles has been there. I think if the Eagles force Trubisky to win the game and don't give the game away on offense with turnovers and bad throws, I think the Eagles can win. I think if they force Trubisky to make plays, and if they can put up some points, I think the Eagles win. So I have the Cowboys and the Eagles advancing. I'm just going to do the whole NFC East first, so I guess that means the Saints will play the Eagles, and we would play the Rams. We would play the Rams in L.A. And this might shock you that I'm saying this, but I have the Cowboys winning. The Rams don't have a good defense. Their offense is great, though. Again, if that can put up 20 points, 25 points, I know we can bottle a rushing attack. I have confidence in the Cowboys front 7, if you can't tell. I think if we slow down Ty Gurley, and once again, put the game in Jared Goff's hands, another guy who's young, hasn't looked that great down the stretch this year. I think he had one bounce-back game, but prior to that, wasn't looking that great. If we force him to win the game, if we force him to make the passes, I think we can win the game. Now, Philly versus the Saints, honestly, I think this is where the Cinderella story ends. I don't think we can beat, I don't think the Eagles can beat the Saints. The Saints' offense is too high-powered. Their defense can make plays, be opportunistic. I don't think they just have the manpower right now. I mean, one of the reasons they barely made the playoffs is because they were a banged-up team. Not because they were bad. There's just injuries, banged up, secondary. porous, tons of holes in it. I think the Saints would destroy the Eagles. I think the Saints will light the Eagles up. So I think that one would honestly be a blowout. So Saints fans, if I'm you, I'm rooting for the Eagles to pull that one out, because the Bears might be a tough one, but I think if the Eagles can sneak past the Bears, I think the Saints punch their ticket to the NFC Championship game. Now, in the NFC Championship game, Dallas Saints in NOLA in the Superdome. I'm taking Dallas. We already beat them this year. Why not do it again? Same system, same recipe. You know what it is. So right now I have the Cowboys in the Super Bowl. Pretty crazy. Now on the other side, we have the Colts versus the Texans, and we have the Chargers versus the Ravens. Ooh, Chargers Ravens. That's the game I'm most looking forward to watching this Sunday. And I think honestly, the Chargers have been looking great, but so have the Ravens. And the Ravens have a top defense in the league. And Lamar Jackson, he can make some throws, but he can sell some throws too. He can butcher some throws. He can mess some things up for you. So with that being said, I'm going to go with the veteran. I'm going to go with the more, I guess you could say, mature team, because this Lamar Jackson identity for the Ravens is new. It's pretty new. And the Chargers have kind of been doing their thing for a minute, I guess building up to this moment, and I think they might finally have what it takes to make a run. So I got the Chargers beating the Ravens. And Indiana versus Houston, I'm going to go Houston simply because I'm a salty Cowboys fan and the Colts pummeled us, honestly. I mean, if I didn't go Houston, it'd honestly be a coin flip, so I'm just going to go Houston. I'm a little bit more familiar with that team. I've seen more of their games. But Indiana, I know, has played well this year. I know Andrew Luck, damn near, if it wasn't for freaking Mahomes and Drew Brees, Luck might be the MVP. But I'm going to go Houston in that one. And that's just sort of a great matchup between Houston and Kansas City. Houston can score, and Kansas City can score, but Houston can also play deep. Kansas City doesn't have a good defense. So I think the defense is going to win that game for Kansas City. And Kansas City, another team, started off red hot. I don't know if it was the Kareem Hunt allegations that kind of slowed them down a little bit, but they kind of stuttered for a second. And I just think Houston, playoff football, you got to play defense. You got to run the ball. Alfred Blue. They got a Lamar Miller. They got Hopkins. They got Watson. They got three running backs, and an elite receiver in the league. I think Hopkins graded out as the best receiver in the league this year. I think their offense and defense, I think they're going to play good on both sides of the ball. And I think they're going to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. And Mahomes' MVP run, probably going to come up short in the playoffs. Now, the Chargers versus New England, this is going to be a good game. In Foxborough, I think that's what it's called in New England. I think so. I might be wrong. In New England, in the Patriots Stadium, Tom Brady, TB12, the GOAT. Honestly, I can't bet against Tom Brady. On paper, I think the Chargers are watching this team. Here's the thing, the Patriots don't have an elite defense. They don't have an elite pass rusher. They don't really have elite receivers. Gronk hasn't really been great this year. The Chargers have all of that. They have elite pass rusher. They have a great running back. You could say elite running back. They have some pretty good, they have an elite receiver core. I'm not saying one receiver is just elite, but Mike Williams and the other guy that I can't name, 13, Keenan Allen, a very elite receiver core. So the offense is there, their defense is there. It's no reason the Chargers to lose this game. They honestly shouldn't. The Chargers are one of the best teams in the playoffs. Phillip Rivers, again, they haven't had an MVP season, but I'm going to go with TB12. Patriots always have tricks up their sleeve. It's hard to bet against Brady in the playoffs. It's like betting against the Warriors. I don't know. I'm just used to seeing him playing a Super Bowl, so I just can't imagine him losing it. And then we have the Texans versus the Patriots. And again, it's hard to bet against TB12 in the playoffs. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to go Texans. The Texans have finally arrived. J.J. Watt, Jadeveon Clowney. The defense is beasting. The offense is rolling. They punched their ticket to the Super Bowl in Atlanta versus the Cowboys. Battle for the state. And Cowboys win it all, baby. That's my prediction video. Let me know what y'all think. I think Cowboys win it all. I think that's a good game, though, but I think Cowboys win it all. That's honestly how my bracket went. I try not to be too biased. You could say I was biased with the Cowboys, but, I mean, honestly, Amari Cooper has the offense looking different, so I think if they make it past Seattle, they got a good chance versus the Rams. The Cowboys have been great containing running backs and backfields this season. The only guy that got off on us was AP. AP got off on us. Saquon might have had a big run on us, but running backs just haven't gashed our defense. You're not just getting constantly gashers. So I think if we can contain Gurley and the Rams, we're gonna advance, play NOLA, repeat effect, regular season in the Super Bowl. We're getting that W, punching our ticket to the Super Bowl. It's not the craziest thing. It's not the craziest thing, man. And then once again, on the other side, Texans, I think the Texans or Chargers for a fact are coming out. The Texans or Chargers should be in the Super Bowl. That's a fact. And then another one, if the Cowboys don't make it, I say Cowboys or Saints. Cowboys or Saints, man. Sound off in the comments. Let me know what you think. And give me reasons, because I gave you reasons for everyone. Trubisky's too young. Eagles banged up. Goff, young, can't win you games. He's not ready for the situation. Dak, as a rookie, we see him in the playoffs. Damn near this regular season was damn near a playoffs. We had to win some games to even get in a position to make it. You know? Indiana, the only team I didn't give you, honestly, a real reason for was Indiana. And that's because I'm not familiar with them. But every other team, we got reasons. Baltimore, it's a new look. It's not mature yet. They haven't worked out the kinks. Maybe they can make a run, but, you know, I think the team's too young. Patriots, not enough manpower. The Chargers team is freaking loaded, man. Not enough manpower. You know, I gave you reasons for every team. If you disagree, sign up in the comments. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy. Peace.